Claire from Created the Ottaway. I'm an independent demonstrator for Stampin'Up in the UK. Thank you for joining me today. I love to craft, and Christmas craft, oh my goodness, it's just out there. There's so many things that you need to do, that you want to do. You look around and you see what everyone else is doing and you just start feeling a bit overwhelmed. So I have got a lovely little box for you today. If I show you, it's perfect for Christmas gift giving, but really you could use it any time of year. So it's very unassuming, just a little box like this. You can decorate the lid much more fancier than I have. I've just done this one quickly for the video. And inside is a layer of chocolate. Who doesn't love chocolate? But it also opens out, it's got two drawers. So if I show you it that way, there's two drawers. Now you could scale this up or down, however you wanted, but I think two drawers is enough. The drawers are also perfect for putting little note cards in if you didn't want to put chocolates and all sorts of things really, a little bit of stationery. But that's what we're going to make today. Oh, I think that chocolate was saying eat me. That's the only trouble, isn't it? Crafting at Christmas with all the goodies around, you end up eating far more than you do gifting. So I have used the gnome paper. Now what is that called from Stampin'Up? The Storybook Gnomes. I'll very quickly show you it. It's beautiful. Stampin'Up two-sided paper, you can't go wrong. Hopefully you can see this. I'm not going to spend too much time going through it. But there's lots and lots and lots of papers, lots with gnomes and some animals to fussy cut and all sorts. But some of it I didn't love. Look, this one, for instance. Yeah, it's okay, but I'm not loving it. The other side is much nicer. And the tree one, I was a bit, what can I do with those trees? You could fussy cut them out and all sorts. So I decided this time I'm going to be brave and I'm going to use it on my box that I'm going to demonstrate. So this one's got this lovely pattern on, very Christmassy, and I've done an alternate paper there. So this one we're going to use this paper, which is nice. I don't dislike it. And then I'm going to team it with that. And then I was struggling with which colour card to use. So I've actually gone for the colour that is on the tree trunks, which is soft suede, which again, I don't really use. So this is all out of my comfort zone. But hopefully it's going to look quite a nice, classy little box. And I'm going to jazz it up as well. So what do we need? We need a few sheets of A4 card, so you actually need 3 in total. If you were using one 12 by 12, I think you would get it out of one 12 by 12. I haven't tested that out, but perhaps you could do that and let me know. So you need 3 sheets. 2 of those sheets you will get your 6 by 6 piece out of, because you need 2 of those. And then the other one, you get all 3 pieces out. I've sized it. I've adjusted sizes and all sorts to get it out of one piece. So hopefully I'll show you how to do that. And then the designer series paper, shall I put that there as well? Because you can freeze this and then find it. You need some box sides, 4 of those. You need a lid. Obviously decorated here. You need sides on the lid, and then inside really is, you can decorate it however you want. That chocolate's come out again. I actually think I'm going to put that to one side and eat it. You can do both sides of the drawer. You could decorate inside the drawer. You can do the panels as well. You can jazz it up as much or as little as you want. My lid is quite a tight lid because I like a tight lid. I don't like it when they just flop off when you're carrying them in the car or whatever. So mine's quite tight. It's up to you. You can adjust it by 1/8 of an inch if you want it a little bit looser. But I quite like it tight, like I say. By the time I've put a ribbon around it, and it looks lovely. So hopefully you've got those sizes, and let's craft. Okay, so the first thing, little bit of cheating. I've already taken my A4 sheet and just like that, I've cut it to 6 by 6. So I've got 2 of those. So I think we'll do those first. Should we do those first? So they are going to be the drawers. So these are on the inside. So if you wanted to do a coordinating colour, do that. That would look really nice as well. And I just like to show you how to make things, and then I love to see what you do with it. Really, the best bit about being a crafter, especially a Stampin' Up demonstrator, is how much inspiration there is from each other. It's just amazing. So 6 by 6 piece of card, we are going to score it on all 4 sides at 1.5. So 1.5, make sure I've got the scoring blade, and you're literally just turning it and scoring it, which looks like you're wasting a lot of card, but you're not. Okay, so there's that. And I'm going to do the other one at the same time so that we can work together. Can you see there's like a grid on there that we're going to turn into a drawer? And do it on the other one, the other piece that's 6 by 6. All 4 sides. Okay, then I'm going to move my trimmer out of the way, and hopefully you are catching up. What I'm going to do is make this into tabs on the 4 corners. So the squares, I've just realised I've picked soft suede, and I'm not sure if you can see that. Can you see that? Yeah. So the square, I'm going to cut up to the first score line there, like that, and that effectively makes a tab. Okay, now when you're putting the drawer together, you don't want the tab to hang over, so it's always best to put a little bit of a sliver just on each side. So that bit there comes off, just like that, and then you do the same on this side. Now I find it easier to turn the card over and go from this end, just like that. So you end up with a piece that's missing there and a piece that's missing there. Ta-da! 1 tab. Now turn it and do the next one. And what you're going to do is do that on all 4 squares on both drawers. So I'll just do this one again, just to that point. Flip it over just because I find it easier doing it from that angle. And then I've got 2 tabs, okay? Turn it again. Now some people do their tabs on the same side. So they would do this one and this one. I find that it gives a neater box if you do one on each corner going round. It just gives like a squarer box, but everyone's different. So just find your way. So I'm not going to speed this up because it will give you a chance to catch up. So there's that one, okay? Now I'm just going to repeat that with this one. I'll leave that there so you can see it. Okay, while I do this one. So exactly the same. Just going round, making the tabs. I run a craft group on a Wednesday night in my local community, in the village hall. Not just paper crafts, although I do keep trying to win them over to paper crafts, but all crafts. And we decided, or I decided, because I absolutely love Christmas crafting, that we would do 12 weeks of Christmas and do something different every week. And of course, there's so much stuff out there. Your list of 12 things just keeps changing. But last night we had a go at lolly stick snowflakes. So literally wooden sticks that we just glued together and made some snowflakes. Honestly, we had such a giggle. A bit of glue can just make you chuckle. So there's my 2 drawers. I'm just gonna burnish all of those just with my hands. I've got my tool here. Should I do it properly? There you go. So I'm just going round, just firming all of those folds because I need a nice square drawer. I'm going to do that on here as well. And can you see the tabs sort of automatically want to stay in place just where you're burnishing them, and that helps you see how your drawer is going to come together. Okay, there. So just going to put them like that so I can see. Look, new glue! Ah! Anyone else get excited by new glue? No more craft fairies saying, please give me some glue, help me squeeze it. But it is going to come out fast. You don't want a lot of glue. So the best thing to do is put it at a right angle. So you're almost blocking where the glue comes out. Okay, now I am going to put glue on all 4 of my sides at the same time. Just because I find it easier. Okay. And the Tombow glue stays wet for a little bit. Now I'm not putting great big blobs of glue because I don't want it to come over the side. I'm just going to meet that to there and give it a nice right angle corner. And make sure you just press on the whole of the tab so you've got no loose bits. Okay, that one's done. Move it round, do it to the next one. Just make sure your corner is nice and square. Press down on the whole of the tab, like so. There's the 3rd corner. Okay, sticks really quickly. And then the 4th corner. And there you have a little drawer already. Right, let's do the other one. This is such a lovely make. Doesn't use too much DSP, so you can use your offcuts. I recently did a Christmas craft retreat for a group of ladies, and wow, the different ones that come out just by using different papers. It always amazes me. That's why I have such problems choosing which paper to use. Okay, so I'm just going to do exactly the same while I'm talking to you. Just going around, pressing on all of the sides, on the whole of the tab, and just keeping an eye that it's in line. Now you could just use these drawers and make a lid 1/8 of an inch bigger to go over the top, and that would be a lovely little box as well. But we are going to add these drawers. Okay, 2 drawers. Put those to one side. Right, now this last piece of A4, we're going to get all 3 pieces for the lid and the 2 sides. So I'll try and do it really slowly. Okay, so have it with the long edge at the top. Okay. And we are going to be cutting the lid. So the lid is 5 1/8 by 5 1/8. So the first bit on your A4 you're going to do is 5 1/8 down the whole length. So that's 5 1/8. I'm just going to move that to one side, turn it sideways and make it into a square. So 5 1/8 by 5 1/8. Okay. That bit you don't need, so put that out of the way so you don't confuse yourself. Now while we've got the lid there, we're going to do the same as we did on the drawers. We're going to score it at 1 inch this time on all 4 sides. So not 1.5 inches, because this is the lid, we're just doing 1 inch. So we'll do it on all 4 sides, like so. So that is going to be made in a moment, so I'm just going to put that out the way. Now the bit that was left, bring it in, and with the shorter side at the top, okay, this one you are going to cut straight down at 3 1/4. So 3 1/4, and you're cutting the whole length, okay, now move that to one side. So this bit is 3 1/4 along the top. You're going to turn it sideways and you're going to cut it at 6 3/4. So on the long side, 6 3/4. So you get that little bit left, get rid of that, okay? Now while you've got it there, you're going to score it. So there's 2 score lines. One is at 1/2, so I'm going to do that this edge because it's easier. So remember, you're just scoring. There's the 1/2. I'm going to flip it round, and I am going to do it at 3 1/8. I feel like that's wrong. I'm not going to flip it round. Am I? Do you know what? Let's do that. 3 1/8. No, that definitely feels wrong. I'm going to do it from the other end. So I've done 1/2 on one side. Actually, I don't think it matters. Right, let's do that again. So I've done it 1/2 inch on one side, and then on the other side, I'm doing it 3 1/8. You know when your brain says, hang on, stop, I don't think that's right. Still don't think that's right. We'll come back to that. The other one that's 3 1/4 here, we're going to chop off here at 6 1/4. Now that's a bit of a tricky mark on your Stampin'Up scorer. We're just going to cut it. And that definitely is going to be scored at 3 1/8. So score that. Okay, so let me move that out of the way so I can check what I've done wrong. So that's going to be one side of the box. That's going to be one side of the box. So, no, that is right. Why did I doubt myself? Okay. Shall I go through that again? So one of these is 3 1/4 by 6 3/4, and you are going to score it at 1/2 inch on one end and 3 1/8 at the other. So that gives you that. The other one is 3 1/4 by 6 1/4, and you score it at 3 1/8. Now you're going to join these two together. So it's up to you. You can just glue them like that. I do like to put a little bit of an angle on just in case my measuring is out a little, so that it doesn't have a sharp edge to it. So just a little bit off either end. And then what I do is put some glue on the tab that I've made. Again, not too much because you don't want it squirting out the side, like so. And then I join that to it, like so. And just fold it over so you can see that it lines up like that. When you're happy with it, just press on the inside as well. Okay, so you should end up with a piece that's like that. Okay, and let's put that to one side and do our lid. So our lid is exactly the same as our drawers were. You just go round and you make your lid with the tabs. So if you remember, it was up one side of the square, make a little triangle there and a triangle the other side, just cut a sliver off and you get that little tab, and then you go round and do the other sides again. So there's that one, there's that one, there's this one, that's 3, and the 4th one, and it's like so. So let's just move those out the way, and I will just do the lid, and I'll do it the same as I do the drawers. I'll do all the glue in one go, and then just bring it together. Quite excited to see what this turns out like, just because out of the whole pack, I think that was my least favourite. Oh, I've already got the glue on that one. Just put it on my finger. Out of the whole pack of DSP, designer paper, I think this was my least favourite, but I think I'm going to love it. Like so. And then this one, and then we just put our drawers into the inside. So that's our lid. Again, just make sure that that's square. Okay, like so. So we've got one lid, 2 drawers, and this piece. Now, how do we stick the drawers to this? What we're going to do is put one there. So stick it on that side, and then stick it here so it opens like so. And then the other one we're going to put on this side. So it doesn't really matter which one you do, but pick 2 sides of your drawer and put some glue on. So 1, 2. You could use double-sided tape if you don't get on with wet glue. Whatever's your preference really. Now remember that one piece of glue is going there, or glue side is going there, and one is there. So I always do this outside one first, and what I do is make sure, don't know if you can see that it's lined up at the bottom, because you want your drawer to stand like that, and then bring it round so that it's right in the corner. Okay. So I'm just going to put my hand inside and just press down on that. And then again on this side, still making sure that my drawer is level at the bottom. So that's one, like so. Now do the same with this side. So pick 2 sides again. Oh, getting myself all in a mess with the glue. So nice that it's just coming out without me having to squeeze too hard. This time we're going to do it at the top. So I'm going to concentrate on keeping the top bit level. Just got glue on my fingers again. And then I'm just going to roll that round like so. So that is just like that. And that is your 2 drawers. Okay, so now you can see that it goes together like so. Simple. Look at that. Now we just get to decorate it. Okay, so the outsides of the box, they are 3 inches by 3 1/8. So I've already cheated, I'm afraid. I've already cut mine. So I'm just going to go around and stick mine on now, just so that you get a quick glimpse of what the finished thing is going to look like without any embellishments on it, because obviously I'm going to jazz it up a bit. So remember, it's 3 inches across by 3 1/8 down, and you need to remember that, because if your paper is directional, which means it has to be a certain way round, you need to think about that when you're cutting your paper. I'm telling you that because I didn't think about that. So some of my trees were upside down when I first cut it. But they're all the right way now. That's really nice actually, that paper, and I'm covering it up. But it's fine, this is going to look really good. I'm going to be happy. You could, of course, decorate your box before you put it together. Sometimes that's a lot easier. You can just press a bit firmer on the DSP to get it to stick. But I wanted to show you the workings of the box before we messed about with where the paper goes. I don't want to cover up that fox. I've die cut a few of those out because they're just so cute. And just put them on a nice Christmas card. There's that. I think we're on the last one. Right. So, will this look as lovely as I hope it will? We shall see. Okay. Loving the new glue. That's why you end up with loads of half-finished bottles though, isn't it? It gets to a point with the tumbler glue when you're really struggling to get it to come out. Okay, or is that just me? Okay, there's the box. I actually do really like that. I think it needs a bit of something there, a bit of bling, a bit of sparkle. Okay, the lid, let's do the lid. So the lid is the same. I'm going to just do that on the top because I'm going to do something a bit fancier on the top. It's going to be mainly covered up anyway. Put a nice tag on it and a little, I don't know, a nice embellishment on the top so it really has a crown of glory. There you go. You can put the cheapest item in a fancy box and it will look amazing. Okay, love that. Sides. Now the sides are this paper, just because it's the same. Stampin'Up are really good at coordinating their papers and their colours, and there's no other company out there like it that I know of. The glue, the ink is the same colour, the ribbons are the same colour. So if you're struggling with coordinating your stash, just take a look at Stampin'Up stuff and you will be amazed. It just makes life easy. There's one side. I should have done this when it was flat. But never mind. We're nearly there. Okay. There's one on that side. Oh, definitely should have done it when it's flat. Good thing Tumbo glue has got some wiggle room. That's really nice actually, the colours together. I am falling in love. I almost feel like this is the sort of patterned paper that you could give a favoured uncle or your granddad. I think he would like, it's like a traditional Christmas, isn't it? Oh, with some nice traditional chocolate inside. Ooh. What do you have for Christmas? What's your chocolate go-to? Or your must-have seasonal food? I'm not sure what mine is. I just get really excited when you go to the supermarket and they've got a Christmas aisle. My husband comes back and he's like, I knew where to find you. Even more exciting this year, because we've got a little grandbaby. My son said, oh, don't worry too much about Christmas. She's so tiny. She'll be 6 months. And I was like, who are you kidding? Okay, let's see if this lid fits. Okay. Remember I said it was tight. Hopefully not too tight, Claire. And actually I think that's going to be lovely with a nice ribbon around it. What haven't I done? The inside drawers. Let's do the inside drawers. So I've got these pieces for the sides of the drawers. Now these are slightly bigger, so the drawer size are 2 7/8 by 1 3/8. Okay, and then I think we're there. So I'm going to put one on there. Just finishes that off. And then, oh, got so much glue on my hands that everything is sticking to me. So I hope you've enjoyed this little craft along. I try and give you something that you can make fairly simply and just decorate and turn it into your own make using whatever stash you've got. If you're in the UK and you'd like to order some of the supplies, just get in touch. You can find me at createdtheottaway.co.uk or on Instagram or even Facebook. I would appreciate you getting in touch, and especially get in touch if you give this a go and you're really happy with what you've made, because that is just lovely. I love that. For me, that's what crafting's all about, sharing and caring. I think that's it. Right, what I did think I would actually put a piece in there. Did I cut a piece? Oh. Should we put a couple of pieces in there and then we'll be done? Right, so that's going to be 2 7/8, isn't it? 2 pieces for the drawers, 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. Just so it looks finished off on the inside. Just like that. I'm not going to glue them in while you're watching. I've waffled enough. Look at that. How lovely is that? Really enjoyed making that. So there is our gift box number 2 with the paper we didn't really like, but actually we've fallen in love with. And this was the first one. Which one do you like best? It's lovely to chat with you and hopefully craft again with you soon. Thanks for watching.